All right, we are in the barn. Zeb's got a situation.
That's all getting used. It's getting used up on the backyard in the garden.
But right there is the piece we're gonna be working on today. And it's gonna be exciting because I have authorization to use the new cottage colors for Jamie Ray Vintage. They're not out yet, but I'm giving you a little sneaky peek using one of the new colors.
What?
The lines on this piece are absolutely gorgeous, and I wanted to use a special color to bring out all the detail. The original stain is gone, and it's got some funky two-tone stain situation, lots of dents and dings, but it has potential. It is old. It has not had the original stain on it. Somebody has done some weird stuff to it, and it's got some areas that are problematic, but I'm just gonna paint it. This is the color that I'm going to be using. It is so farm fresh, brand new, not even made for the public that it's in this weird plastic jar, but it's going to be Ameracauna. So if you are liking this paint when you see it used, please let your local DIY paint retailer know that you'd like to see the new cottage colors in their shop. This paint color isn't released yet, but it's named after my beautiful chickens and the blue-green eggs that they lay. Cottage color is all natural, self-leveling, and has a built-in sealer. In one single step, you can go from drab to fab. This piece has great lines, and I'm super excited to be using Ameracauna on it. I can't wait to see it finished and in the shop, and I'm hoping this doesn't take too long because I don't have a ton of time today, just enough to make this beautiful. Now that my first coat is on, I am going to wait for it to dry. I don't know about you guys and where you live, but we are really enjoying spring here in Utah. It is making painting outside fabulous. So here's what it looks like with one coat of paint on it. So here is a big crack that I just discovered while I was painting it. So Zeb's gonna pull this drawer out, he'll get it fixed up, and then I'll do the second coat. All right, Zeb is working on my repair. We're just gonna nail this back together with some wood glue.
Alright. It's got wood glue in there, but I recessed that down so that when she paints it, you know, she can maybe build it up a little thicker and it'll be fine. I'm getting the second coat on here. I did second coat just about everywhere else, and it's getting pretty much full coverage with two coats as long as I'm actually getting the brush on it. I am gonna use a little teeny tiny brush to get all the details and stuff, but it's working pretty good. I love this new color. So I usually don't have a lot of bleed through with cottage color, but this is some sort of like really deep dark ink, and so I'm going to have to prime it to block the stain in. So I'm going to use Salvation Solution in white. It comes in white and clear, and I'm just going to do two coats, and then I'll brush over the paint and we should be good to go. That'll seal that right in, and we'll be ready for distressing. So you can see that the bleed through came through the primer. That happens sometimes. I'm gonna do a third coat just to be safe, but really if you just let it sit overnight, even if that happens after two coats, usually you're fine. But just wanted to show you what it kind of looks like. You'll also notice that I feathered it out to the edges. That's just gonna keep it from looking like a giant splotchy splotch. And you can see that it's starting to come back through. That's fine. I'm just gonna let it dry, and then we'll use the cottage color. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a bunch of scratches that go all the way through the mirror. So I'm actually gonna get some black paint and paint the mirror so that way nothing else happens to it. So I'm actually just gonna use weathered wood in the back. It's dark enough. I'll just do two coats and then seal it all up, and then we'll be good to go.
liquid patina. I'm just gonna use this on the back where I used regular DIY paint and seal that up. You wanna make sure if you're painting the back of a mirror that you also seal it, and that's gonna protect it a little bit more. Or you can also put like brown paper over the back or whatever. Now that this is all the way dry, I'm just gonna throw a coat of the cottage color in Ameracauna on here, and you can really see the difference between wet and dry. So if you're just used to DIY paint, you know that DIY paint dries lighter. Cottage color is the opposite. It dries darker because it has a built-in sealer. Whoa! I didn't pay attention. It looks like I had 80 grit on there. So I'm gonna have to repaint this. Always use 220 or finer when you're sanding because it will bite your piece. Luckily I have some more paint left. And even though the middle is fine, I'm gonna go ahead and brush it just so I don't have any weird like splotches. Now I have 220. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I'm just gonna sand the edges on these. Nice when I have help. I'm just filming and they're getting it in for me. Watch out! There we go. So now I have it back in the corner that it's going in, and I gotta figure out how to stage it up. I think it's pretty cute. So I had to steal from a bunch of other places, but the piece is all staged up. I think it's gonna sell fast. I'll go ahead and get it listed up on the website. We're super excited to start sharing the new cottage colors with you. Just a reminder, they are not out yet.
Let your local DIY retailers know about how awesome this color is so that they can start carrying it for you. We actually are going to name this after some of our chickens, so stay tuned for that.
We'll let you guys know as soon as these are ready to order. It's gonna be a little bit longer, and next week, hopefully we'll get another color for you to get a sneak peek at. We're gonna show you some video of our chickens, and we're gonna do a shop tour. I know we go live in here a lot, but a lot of people wanted to see the shop without the blurry live feed. So we're gonna get that there. If you want to buy the paint and products you see used in our videos, visit JamieRayVintage.com. If you like this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Jamie Ray Vintage for more
DIY.